meant to be easy.
You just give me your mission already. I want to sit through this.
Deal with something like this, and I can't even begin to imagine how things have been for you after all you've been through.
Yeah, a lot of things changed 6 months ago.
I can't get over how much they've changed you. At first, I couldn't even believe you were still alive. How do you handle all of this?
I'm not so go
What they had to do to
optimistic.
save me. And in a way, I can do more now than I ever could.
I'm glad to know you take it so well. Many of us wouldn't be able to cope so easily with such traumatic changes.
Can I ask why you wanted to see me?
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. I'm here about Megan. About what happened to her. Or rather, about the investigation into what happened.
What about it?
Well, simply put, I feel something is not quite right with the way the case was handled.
You think there was some foul play involved?
I do. Call it mother's intuition. But when speaking to some of the investigators, there were a lot of inconsistencies. And then I met this detective, a man called Chase. He agreed things weren't handled by the book, although he has no proof.
And now you want to find out more?
I'll never hear my daughter laugh again, Adam. I'll never get a call from her to ask how I've been, or have the chance to ask her about her day. She was stolen from me. However unjustified this all is, I still want to know why it happened. I can see why she loved you. Not even that degree of mechanical modification could change what she saw in you. Please, will you help me find out what really happened to her?
I might as well.
I have a chance to investigate the attack myself.
The only problem is I think I need like level 2 and 3 hacking, which means I'm going to be spending some money on
The first thing I need to do
upgrades.
is meet with this detective Chase.
Good. He works part-time as a security guard in an apartment building on Brooklyn Court. I'll be waiting for you in your apartment lobby once you're done.
Why does a detective need to work part-time as a security guard?
Oh, he retired soon after the case. I don't really know the details. Maybe he'll tell you more.
I'm on it.
Alright. So what I'm going to do is first off check and see how many praxis points I have. 2 of them. It's great. Because the first thing I need to do is go here and buy this because it will help out later. Second thing I need to do is find the limb clinic, which I think is way over here. Way over here. And I think I'm going to sprint a little bit. Look at me, marathon man. Crouching through your bushes. Get into my destination. The limb clinic's this way, might as well go here first. And for whatever reason, the limb clinic has its own loading screen, which is just great. I don't think anything else in the city has its own loading screen aside from like the police stations area. I think there's really only one loading screen separating the city into like 2 areas. And then some buildings have their own loading screen, but aside from that, I don't think there's any other loading screens. It's just like a real hospital. Except for robot people.
Ah, Mr. Jensen. David Serra told me you'd be dropping by. I've just been reviewing the test results we received on you last week.
Should I start rolling up my sleeves?
Surprisingly, no. I see no trace of glial tissue buildup in any of your charts.
It's been 6 months, Doug. Shouldn't I be on neuropozyne shots by now?
One would think, but these test results show no signs of implant rejection. If anything, the bond between tissue and electrode seems to be getting stronger.
So I'm free to go?
Well, Mr. Serra did ask me to discuss another topic with you. You are aware that several precautionary measures had to be put into place during your first surgery?
Not all of my implants were switched on, I know.
The damage caused by the hematoma had to be taken into account. Your brain needed time to recover, to get used to the mechanical neural processors and turn them on naturally over time.
Cut to the chase, Doc. What does Seraph want?
He feels that you might be ready to speed up the activation process using special software known as Praxis Kits.
You mean I don't have to wait for my augmentations to kick in naturally anymore?
You can, if you prefer. But Mr. Seraph did make a generous donation to Lynn in your name, thus ensuring that Praxis software linked to your particular neuro enhancements would always be available to you and you alone. Please, take a look.
Well, might as well. Don't need that. Buy a Praxis kit. And I'll buy Hypostim, I suppose. And that's all I'll take.
Very well, Mr. Jensen. Use it in good health.
Yeah, I will. And suppose I'll upgrade to level 2 hacking. I will eventually go to level 3. I don't know why I need a loading screen for literally this area. Unless there's stuff in here. I'm not sure I want to try sneaking around in there though. Because it does say authorized personnel only.
Is not against the law.
I know that, officer. But some of those guys were carrying tire irons and setting garbage cans on fire.
And those were the ones we arrested. The rest were merely exercising their right to free speech.
What about my right to come to work each day without fearing for my life? I've still got to walk home tonight.
I understand your concern. But if you want round-the-clock protection, I suggest you hire a private security company.
Go on in. We're still open.
Okay, no hidden side mission there. Sometimes there are. You never know, this game could hide side missions on civilians. You never know. There's enough civilians in this game. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a couple hidden side missions on some of them. I know there is in Chinatown when we go there.
Adam, are you finished at the clinic?
For now.
Good. Right now I want to know who that corpse is. Head over to the police station and get his neural hub. And Adam, if you can't talk your way in, consider making a strategic retreat. There's got to be another entrance on the side of the building.
Alright, so if I can't bullshit my way through, basically just break my way in. Breaking and entering into a police station, that'll be great. No, I'm pretty sure this guy only has tranq darts. Well, a tranquilizer gun and the darts to go with it. Which I don't really need right now, so we'll ignore him.
Real tight merch. Those ugly lovers get in my face now, I'm ready to pop. Grace, where he at? Yo, where you been, man?
I might as well do this guy, since he's here.
Well, you must be Adam Jensen.
A keen observation.
Mrs. Reed told me you might pay me a visit. And don't take this the wrong way, but you're kind of hard to miss.
I'll try to take that as a compliment. She told me you might have information regarding Megan Reed's case and the attack on Seraph headquarters.
Oh boy, what a mess. Total pissing match. We had the feds on our ass, orders from 3 different departments, and pressure from so many lobbyists it felt like being the scrawny new kid in a prison shower.
It is a very high-profile case. Mrs. Reed said you thought some procedures were overlooked.
You got that right. I mean, you know how it is. Mrs. Reed told me you used to be a cop. There's always cases where you see the lazy officers taking shortcuts. But this was different.
Different how?
Too much stuff got overlooked. People seemed way too eager to jump to conclusions, and every time I was remotely insistent, I got turned down by ranking officers. People wanted to bury this thing fast. That's never a good sign.
Surely you have something more substantial than this.
Yeah, well, that's where you come in. I got a couple of leads I could never fully investigate. I started poking around, but these government-type agents just gave me the creeps. I got scared. Months away from retirement, I didn't want to fuck things up. But you obviously have the means to get to the bottom of this.
So what have you got?
First off, there's a rumor that the order to close the investigation came from higher up, maybe even outside the local department. Anything like that would have passed through Captain Penn. There might be traces of this left on his office computer.
Guess I'll have to pay a visit to the local precinct.
Well, while you're there, there was an officer assigned to the case, Chet Wagner. He's not what you call a choir boy. And when he suddenly got brought on the case, I got suspicious. Somebody wanted him there. And I'm pretty sure he tampered with some of the evidence. You should talk to him. Find out what he knows.
Okay, I'll have a little chat with Officer Wagner.
You'll most likely find him in the lobby. He got retrograded from his conduct, and he takes depositions now. He won't budge easily, but I'm pretty sure you can find some dirt on him on his desktop. His office is on the 3rd floor. You might find something there to help loosen up his tongue.
Anything else worth looking into?
Yeah, when the order came down to close the case, the bulk of the evidence was stashed in the storage locker. Maybe you can find some interesting stuff in there. It's on the alley right next to the station. The code is 4891. But I know an outside agency had access to that locker, so be careful.
Thanks for the heads up.
It's nothing. And, please, don't bother coming back here with details. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad to help. But the less I know about this case, the better I'll feel.
Cool.
That's all I need for now.
Right, that's all I need for him too, so